After it hit 2 weeks, did you say, yeah, put a hold on the drugs. We're not doing that right now.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it real with you. The plug was realer than me, cause the plug seen something in me I didn't see. Cause when I went to the plug, after that, even after the realness was out, and then we was talking, he was like, nah. He was like, bro. He had my album.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, you bugging. You bugging.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't, like I said, I didn't know I was gonna make shitload of money either. I just thought, okay, we're gonna do this. I didn't know all that shit was gonna happen. And then like I didn't even know that I had fans outside of the hoods.
Right.
I didn't think there was white people in Europe liking my music or people in Asia liking my music, et cetera, et cetera. So what really made me become an artist is when I went around the country and around the world, and I seen people knowing my words and all of that shit, and I was like, wow, and that made me take myself serious.
Yeah. So your plug advised you to leave the game alone.
Yeah, and my
focus on music.
And my man Blue did too. My man Blue was one of my very close friends, and he got killed. I said it. Right. If you listen to my songs, the songs, I said my man Blue, they killed him for 2 bricks. He was the man in his town, and they killed him. And when I was getting money, he told me, you know, sometimes your friend will tell you, he'll just keep it real with you, like, yo, you know you playing yourself. He said, don't forget you're a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said it like that. Yeah, and it's like, wow. And I'm like, and he's like, I'm serious. Like, don't forget you're a rapper. You're a rapper, yo. Like, you don't got to do this shit.
Right.
Like, I was a fan of you. Like, don't let this shit consume you. So when after he died, I kept hearing that in my head. So that album, The Realness, was a dedication to him, and it was FU to the people that tried to stop me. And I just didn't know it was going to blow up. You know what I'm saying? So when it blew up, I definitely wasn't thinking about the sequel. I was just thinking about, at that point in my life, I was just thinking about, oh, I'm getting a BM, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't, and I was thinking about the game. I was like, shit, if I make this much, I could get this and flip this. And then the Connect.
So you was thinking like a hustler.
I was thinking, yeah. But and the Connect kept it real with me. I spoke about that on one of my albums. I broke it down how he was like, nah. So he saved my life, and the fans and the music saved my life. That's why I take this shit serious now.
It rose from the concrete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't that road always open to you though? Because again, the stories we hear from dudes who are from QB or even just from Queens in general, they all talk about you as being the man in the park jam, constantly tearing it down. This dude, young, in front of legions of people, everybody knew who you were. It seemed like the music and entertainment in general was wide open for you. It was almost like you didn't need the streets.
Let me tell you something. The craziest thing is this. They'll tell you that, but they one thing for sure, back in the days, those gatekeepers, people wasn't trying to put you on. So you could be the nicest dude in the world, but the other dude that's nice might be like, fuck that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want that shine. Or sadly in my situation, I've been in the room with more plugs than I've been with studio engineers. So back when I was selling drugs, I didn't have access to studios. If somebody was like, yo, this is how you do the studio, you go there and you pay them and da-da, I was depending on certain people to help me with the music, but they didn't. So drugs was right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was easy to sell drugs than to get in the studio, unfortunately. It's easier in life, it's easier to get in trouble than to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the devil. So, if I had access to the studio back then, I would have did it. But unfortunately, back in the day, by the time Marley Marl got wind of me and started working with me, I was already on trial. You know what I'm saying? I got found guilty. So it's really that, and that stunted my career. So, all those years when I was dominating the park, nobody was taking me to the park, to the studio. You know what I'm saying? I was on PhD's album, Poet and Hot Day, and my man R. Kim let me rock, but a lot of other rappers wasn't letting me. They was, you know how it is.
They felt threatened by you.
Hey, it is what it is. If that's what you think, I mean,
because look at how many rappers, you know, essentially. I know you don't have to attest to this, but that he birthed.
They all talk about him, bro. Like every dude we've had come in here
Yeah,
from Queens,
got a lot of inspiration.
talk, your name is mentioned on arguably one of the more classic albums of all time. When Nas is talking about One Love, what up with Cormega? Did you see him or y'all together? Like everybody needed to know who Cormega was from that. I know I did. When I heard it, I went looking through the rest of the album to see if you actually did a feature on the joint. What up with Cormega? You shouted you out. Like that.
What was happening?
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I was in jail. That's what was happening.
How long were you in?
I did almost 4 years. I would have did more time, but I came home on a pill. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to the jail, I was in the lower library. I was doing what I had to do to go home rather than being in the yard getting swolled up and doing other stuff. A lot of rappers was giving me shout outs too back in the days. Shout out to Black Poet. He had a song, he's like, rappers are lucky that my man Cormega is up north, but that song ain't as popular as One Love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, so when I was in jail, you know, a lot of my peers, they was doing their thing. And then when I came home, I wasn't even out of the gate yet. When you come home on a pill, if you're up north, they're gonna reverse. It's a reversal, so you have to go reverse. So you go back to Rikers Island, then you go home.
Right,
you know. So if anybody tells you any different, you know they capping.
Yeah.
So when
He's right. That's a fact.
Yeah. You know, rappers be lying. I heard somebody
Yeah,
say they had a hot
yeah.
pot on
That's a
Rikers
fact.
Island in one of their songs.
Nah.
There is no hot pot.
Hot
on
pot
Rikers
is
Island.
up north.
That's
It's up
what I'm
north,
saying.
you heard?
So yeah.
That's up top.
But I
Now
ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
expose the
Google
guy.
that line. I'm gonna
Yeah.
Google that line.
Yeah, word.
When I heard that, I was like, damn, man, you killed it. You killed it. You killed my...
Stop capping, rappers.
Yeah.
I ain't
So-
been up top yet.
So when I came down on my pill, I'm on Rikers Island. So now I can hear Hot 97 and all. When I left, there was no Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Hot 97. Like, so now Marley Marl had Future Flavors, and that shit was lit. And when I came down on my pill, you know, Marley was in touch with me. And I'll never forget, Marley got on the radio, he said, uh-oh, Cormega's about to come home.
Right.
He said that on the air, and it was lit after that. I came home, and it was like a dream. It was like, it was a dream. It was a dream. Only thing that I regret is I used to box. And when I came home, I had to write like resources to go to the gym and like take it to go box.
Right.
But I took the easy way out.
What was the easy way out?
Rapping, or so I thought. So I regret that because I didn't pursue the boxing thing. Because at the end of the day, boxing is way harder than rapping. It's a lot of sweat equity, it's a lot of sacrifices. If you really are a fighter, you can't even have sex. If you really have a fight coming up, it's not advisable to have sex.
Right.
Now you can't tell somebody that just came home from jail not to have sex.
Right.
That's a fact.
So is that's the reason
That's
why
a fact.
you went into rapping?
I was like, man, listen.
He's like, look, 4 years.
I can get some.
Yeah,
Way more girls over here.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that you know, but
We need your mind on these pages though. Like, I would hate to sacrifice your thought process to the ring. We
that's another thing. See, you know it. A lot of people get punch drunk.
Yeah.
Taking those punches can affect your thought process and
Yeah.
speech, everything.
Everything,
So
yeah.
that was a concern. You get crazy headaches and all of that.
How because we talking about the boxing thing. If you're saying you chose rap. Now I know about the part and you inspiring all these other rappers, but on the boxing side, what was going on over there? Like, how many people was you knocking out in a week to feel like it's either rap or boxing? You know what I mean?
Yo, I've said this before, and my man has said it. I was sparring with Dave Telesco. He was a championship heavyweight. He was a heavyweight champion boxer.
Heavyweight.
And he was a light heavyweight. He fought Roy Jones and all kind of people. I sparred with him. I was novice. You know when there's novice and there's open class.
Right.
I was open class fighting novice. I was novice fighting open class guys.
Wow.
Doing my thing. Or like there was guys that was more experienced than me, and you know, I would just have my way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the words. Bambi can tell y'all better than I can. Bambi seen some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.